All right, guys, welcome to the ESHL Super Draft for the Elite Simulation Hockey League as we are getting ready to start the season. I'll go ahead and throw up the wheel of names. There we go. As we'll get started, what's going to end up happening is here's how it will go. I will spin the wheel and we will land on a team. That team will then get 1 minute to come in. We will go over their teams, me and Josh. Josh, say hi to the people. And
Hello.
we will go through, take a look at the teams. I don't know if Josh can see it. 1 second. All right, Josh, how does that look on your end? Still look
I see
okay?
a wheel.
If I do this, you can see the game?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead. We'll go through and take a look at the teams, and then we'll also take a look at the schedule for today's games that will be happening closer to about 2, 3 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get into the action. I have random a couple times. We'll go ahead and shuffle it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Now the wheels are completely shuffled. We'll go ahead and shuffle the boxes as well as we get ready for the first ESHL Super Draft. All right, let's go ahead and get down to business. First team, I have to get my notebook out, is going to be Louis, the New Jersey Wolves. One second, as I'm just writing all this down. All right, so Louis is up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the New Jersey Wolves. And we're going to start with the front line, Jace Tate and Vasile James. Let me see if I can pull up the actual line here. No. 1 second, we'll go pull it up a different way here. Oh, guess I can't. All right. Oh my God. All right. Take a look at the New Jersey Wolves. Right now, we'll take a look at Jace Tate, who is a 77 overall. Not the greatest right now for the offense for the left wings. We also have Vasile James on the front line with Amit Zane. We'll take a look at the defensemen. This is where the New Jersey Wolves pick up a little bit of steam here, as we have the left defenseman, number 14, 26-year-old Kurt Pike. Pike, 87 overall, starting left defenseman for the New Jersey Wolves. And then we have Hank Zim on that right defense. 86 overall for the 20-year-old. Riley
Why
Cole.
can I barely see the screen?
Him, you can't see it?
Yeah, it's super small, dude.
Hold up. Better?
No.
Okay. Anyways, I'll redo it now since you're here. So your left wing, 77 overall, Jace Tate. Overalls are subject to change. They're going to end up going up and down. Basil James, 84 overall, center on the front line. Young kid, only 18. And then we have Emmett Zane on the right wing, 21-year-old, number 17. We'll take a look at the defense here. Like I said, this is where the defense really shines for New Jersey. As we have Kurt Pike, the 87 overall, one of the highest in the game. Lefty, 26 years old, number 14. He's 6'1", so he's a powerhouse. Again, nobody has X factors quite yet. And if they do, they'll be taken off until we do the super draft. You guys will see what that is in a minute. Then we have Hank Zim, right defenseman, and Riley Cole backing him up along with Derek Amez. So let's go ahead and get to the wheel. Let's see here. All right. Here's the wheel for New Jersey. Louis, you get to pick one number. This is all random. I already shuffled the wheel.
7.
Louis picks number 7, and this will be the first pick in the 2026 Super Draft of the ESHL. And he is getting the Ghosts. Top 4 defensemen will get elite quick pick and shutdown. So Kurt Pike, Hank Zim, Riley Cole, and Derek Amez is going to be getting elite quick pick and elite shutdown. What those are, Louis, is X factors in the game. So basically, your defensemen are going to become absolute monsters.
Go.
That is what we're going with. And that is the first pick for the ESHL Super Draft as we get ready for the second pick.
I'll be back.
You're good, bro. You came in and did your thing. All right. Oh, they couldn't even see it. Oops. Okay, my fault. Anyways, Devils got the Ghosts. The top 4 defensemen are going to get boosts, X factors. Now we're moving on to the next team. It's going to be the Riverside Reapers. We'll go ahead and change the screen here for you guys. As we'll take a look at the Riverside Reapers. All right. I don't know what the heck that is. Whatever. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Riverside Reapers. Another team dominant by offense. This one will be dominated by offense. We take a look at their starting offense. Heavy overalls here. Gerald Quayle, Andrei Volkov, Eric Gray on the front line, backed up by some pretty good players as well. Colton Kern, Dave Ross, and Herb Grant. Defense, this is where this team will struggle a little bit. We have Mark Blake, Jonathan Drake, and we also have Aubrey Holt on the defense for the Riverside Reapers. Oops, my fault. So there it is. One more time. Quayle, Volkov, Gray. Backed up by Kern, Ross, and Grant. Defense, Blake, Drake, and Holt. Some solid players for this Riverside Reaper squad. And the minute has already started. So give about 30 more seconds for a number here. All right. Josh, how do we feel about some of these teams so far? New Jersey getting the Ghosts, which is going to be 4 big defensive X factors for their D-men.
Yeah, that's huge.
Huge for New Jersey. Now they're gonna struggle a little on offense, as we saw, but the defense will be absolutely overpowering for the season, and I think that's the majority of what everybody wants in this super draft. As it looks like we're not gonna get anything from the Riverside Reapers, so their pick will be randomed. Josh, did you see anything when I was with the other screen, or no? When I was doing the entire screen? Like, is it small when I did this, or no?
Yeah, I see everything.
So it's not small.
What do you mean when you switch?
Like, you can see the boxes right now?
Yeah.
Okay, but so it's not small.
No.
Okay, so what the hell is Louis talking about? All right. Random spinner for the Riverside Reapers. They're going to get the 99 overall center. So a team that already has a pretty stacked offense. The highest overall on the team is Dave Ross, 19-year-old center on the second line. He's going to be bumped up. He's going to be taken over by the 99 Magnus Steele. He is a center with elite quick draw, wheels, and elite edges. An absolute killer pickup for the Riverside Reapers. That's a big one, Josh. That is a big one. Now, we move on to the wheel here. That's a pain in the ass. Okay. The next team up will be the Atlanta Apex. All right, we already got Nick's numbers. Let's go ahead and check out the team quick. Then we'll go ahead and give him his. Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing the whole screen so you guys can see it. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the Atlanta Apex. Another team pretty solid on the offense. Alistair Thorne, left wing, 19-year-old kid. Number 13, looks like he's going to be a stud. Carl Judd at the center position next with Emerson Usher. Backing up them is going to be Barney Fisher to back up Thorne, Alec Upton, and Foster Flint. Those will be also joined by Burke Brantley on the third line. We'll take a look at some of the defense here. Again, this is where this team's going to struggle. So defense, big here for Atlanta, hoping they can get something defensively in the super draft. But Ivan Nash, 83 overall, left defenseman, backed up by Dennis Vale. And we have Adam Foster, backed up by Dan Ford. So take a look at the goalies, which I didn't do for the other two teams. We have Nathan Brooks, 87 overall goalie, and Wyatt Erickson. So there we have it for that. And let's go ahead. Nick wants the number 8. So we're going to go ahead and give the Atlanta Apex the number 8. Here we go. And an absolute huge pickup for the Apex as they needed defense and they absolutely got it. And that is the Mountain Gunnerstone 99 overall D-man with elite truculence, elite edges, and quick pick. So a big, big pickup for this Atlanta squad. And a huge addition to be added to the D-lines for the Apex. So just exactly what the doctor ordered, Josh.
Couldn't have worked out any better for him.
That's exactly right. He needed to get something defensively, and it looks like two of the 4 big guns in this draft are off the board early. We go on to the next team. I didn't remove the Apex, but if it lands on him again, I will. And that is going to be the Oklahoma City Skyhawks. As we go ahead, give them a minute to get in here, and we'll take a look at the Skyhawks, this Skyhawks team. Josh, if you can't see something, let me know so I can fix it.
Everything looks good.
All right, so take a look at the team here. We have Jack Page, left wing, 84 overall. We also have Aldo Wilkerson, the center, 88 overall. Pretty big center, 6 foot, 200 pounds. And we have Grant Voss, right wing, 25 years old. Take a look at the backups: Dane Gunn, Emery Vale, and Nate Grant. Take a look at the defense line here, and a pretty overall solid team for the Oklahoma City Skyhawks is Keith Long, Carter Giles. Backed up long is Baron Graves and Frank Gold. And we take a look at the goalie, number 86 overall, number 1, Gale Sterling, and his backup, William Gustafson, 6'1". So, pretty solid team. Still do not have Cody in here or his number, so he will get a random pick. Here we go. And they're going to get the last gasp. A big one here, Josh, for the OKC Skyhawks. That means if Cody, regardless of his record, if the Skyhawks finish 0-30, they are still able to play for the play-in 8th seed and take that final playoff spot away from somebody who is already in the 8th seed. So, big. And if he's already in the playoffs, he'll get a playoff buff to all of his first 2 lines. 5 overalls up from every player. This is huge for the Skyhawks. All right. On to the next team. It's going to be the Kansas City Knights.
Still gotta remove the apex.
Yeah, I know. Once it lands on him, I can remove him again. I don't think I can just click it. No, see, because then it does that. Oh, shoot. Whatever. This one's not going to count. I think it was you. No, it's not. Okay. That one's not going to count anyway. Okay. That one does not count. I was trying to remove the thing, but we'll do it when we get to it. So, minute on the clock for Lenny to get in here.
Lenny's working.
Lenny's working.
Yeah.
So he's most likely not going to come in, so he'll get a random. It's alright. But we'll go ahead and, for the video purpose, we'll take a look at the Kansas City Knights. Again, pretty solid overall team here. As we take a look at Clyde Edge on the left wing, backed up by Elbert Lane and Nathaniel Morgan. Starting center, Arthur Vance, backed up by Harold Baker and Lance Shaw. And on that right wing, Bayard Robinson, Gary Logan, and Chad Lyles. We'll take a look at the defense here. Not the greatest defense, but still pretty stout. Billy Abbott, the left defenseman, 6 foot, 201 pounds, backed up by Enos Burke. And on that right defense, we have Darren Clay, backed up by Jason Wade. And behind and in net is going to be number 1, 86 overall, Cameron King, and Mike Squires backing him up for the Kansas City Knights. We'll go ahead and give them a random pick here. Here we go, and they are going to get number 12, 0 to hero, the lowest overalls get a 5+ total overall boost. So what that means is the lowest overalls, which would be, in this case, Lewis, Gary Logan, and Alvin Cooper, they will all go up 5 overalls. So Lewis will be an 84, he'll be an 87, and he'll be an 80. And then on the defense line, you guys can obviously see how it works. Burke will go to an 86, Wade will go to an 86. So a big boost up for the overalls for the Kansas City Knights, and Squires will end up going up to an 86 overall as well. So pretty big move here for the Knights. We'll go ahead and write this down here. As we get ready for our 6th team. And it looks like it's going to be Washington for the Warlocks. So the Warlocks are officially on the clock. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Warlocks. So Washington, pretty solid team. Got that left wing, Cody Finn, on the first line, backed up by Darius Mack and Chance Moss. Starting center, Otis Nelson, backed up by Amos Morgan and Andre Drake. And then on that right wing, Blaine Burton, Enrico Cobb, and Jax York. And on the defense, where the team struggles a little bit, Gavin Marks on that front line will be next to Harry Cook. Backing them up will be Des Duke and Bear Miller. We take a look at the goalie here is Liberty Bell, 86 overall, and he's backed up by Marcus Fellinger. So there you have it for the Washington Warlocks. As we'll go ahead and give them a random pick, as they are also not here. So our random selection for the Warlocks. And they're going to get the Oval Office 90-plus offense. All their forwards will jump to a 90-plus overall, meaning the first two lines, obviously, not the back lines. So already a pretty stout team on offense, and they're going to go up even a little bit more. I'm sorry, it was the third and the fourth lines that bump up, not the first and second. But pretty stout. This offense going to be something to deal with this season. This is going to be a hard, strong offensive team. As we get ready for the next team on the clock. And it's going to be the Pittsburgh Phantoms.
She's working.
She's working?
Is that her?
Yeah. Okay, so she's working, so that's fine. We're going to go ahead and throw this up anyways. We'll take a look at her team first before we get her selection. So here is the Pittsburgh Phantoms. So we take a look at the team here, Josh. You can see the team?
Yeah.
All right, so that starting left wing, we have Maximilian Kilpanen, backed up by Calvin Crane and L.J. Mooney. That starting center, Julius Sumpf, backed up by Jason Shagabe and Luke Misa. And then on that right wing, we have Ed Chase, backed up by Maxim Shabanov and Jared Wright. On defense, where this team struggles a little bit here, we have Abe Collins, backed up by Dalton Cross, who's also on the third line. And then we have Flint Carey, backed up by Banks Clark and Jordan Schmaltz, rounding out that third line as well. We'll take a look at the goalies for the Pittsburgh Phantoms, and we have Alistair Hauner at goalie here, and Jake Shadow, the backup here. So it looks like one big goalie needed for this team. We'll see if she gets lucky with the pick. Josh, we're going to go ahead and have to have a number for the Pittsburgh Phantoms. Josh?
You want me number?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, bro.
Oh, I didn't know if we were doing the random.
No, it's Allie. You get to pick her number.
3.
All right. She's going to get Juggernauts, which means her entire second line gets All-Star Unstoppable Force. Oh, crap. I did this backwards. It's okay. I'll fix it. All right. So there we go. As we move on to the 8th team that is up. And it's going to be the Texas Tarantulas. Take a look at the Tarantulas team. And take a look at this Texas squad here. Big 90 overall. Adrian Leclerc on that left wing, backed up by Heath Ellis and Leo West. Moving over to the starting center, we have Elias Otto, Daryl Otto, and Devin Fisk. On that right side, we have Nick Ingram, Enzo Edge, and Colin Hall. Take a look at the defensive side here for the Tarantulas. Beck Oliver is going to be backed up by Archer Frost, who also will play that third line. And then we have Goff Orton, Charlie Pike also playing that third line as well. So Frost and Pike doing a little bit of double duty here. See if they can maybe get another defenseman on that side or a defensive boost. He is not here, so he's going to get a random pick here. Let's go ahead and see what Texas will get. And he's going to get the Wall. So that... Oh, I didn't think we looked at his goalie. His goalie, 87, Dustin Rhodes, and a 78, Arthur Nielsen. But Nielsen will be replaced by the Wall, Dante Rossi, which will be that goalie that has elite showstopper, elite post-to-post, and elite dialed in. So gonna be hard to get anything past the Texas Tarantulas, who I believe you play game 1, Josh. So
Yo, so I gotta go walk real quick. Just text me when it's my turn. Or put me to group. I'll be back.
Okay. All right, go ahead and move on with the action here. What the hell is going on? All right, there we go. Watch this be him now. Ah, it is. So the Tigers are on the clock. Josh was just here, so I have to wait for him to get back. Or I'll text him. 1 second. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Tampa Bay's offense while Josh is giving me a number. And if he's not here, he's going to get a random one, just like everybody else. But he should be here. He should pick his. Next, okay, so take a look at the offense. We have Cole Gray at that left wing, backed up by Anton Evans and Bailey Pittman. Charles Noel, that starting center, 86 overall, backed up by Eli Nash and Auntie Alto. And then we have Gene North, backed up by Felix Albert and Caleb Arnold. That defense, take a look at the defense for the Tampa Bay Tigers. Not the best defense here. Andy Nelson, who will be backed up by Enzio Drew, who will play that third line as well. It looks like Curtis and Drew will be on the third line, and we have Dale Archer, Blair Curtis playing both that second and third line. And we'll take a look at the goalie for the Tigers, Andre Gerard and Cooper Graham for the Tampa Bay Tigers. Josh still didn't give me a number, so I'm going to go with number 13 because I know my brother. So I'm going to go number 13 for Josh. And he's going to get Sonic Boom. First line gets elite wheels. So going to be a lot of speed coming from Tampa Bay. As we go ahead and get ready for you guys didn't see it. Anyways, my fault. I think we saw it. Never mind. Okay, now we're moving on to the next team. We are approaching the end of the Super Draft here. Okay, good, Atlanta, so we can get rid of Atlanta again. That does not count. There we go, Atlanta's off the board. They already got their pick. Going to be Virginia. So the Virginia Beaches. As we go ahead and take a look at Virginia and this Virginia squad. And I know she's not going to answer because she's working. So she'll go ahead and get a random one. But we have Ben Page on that left wing, backed up by Blaze Egan and Chase Ross. Starting center, Art Porter, 86 overall, Mac Abbott, and Arnie Grant. And then on that right wing, Ephraim Finn Elijah Pike, and Darwin Pope. On defense, we have Devin Gage backed up by Pete Scott, who plays the third line as well. Looks like Ford and him will be doing double duty as well. And Colt Jory with Ford backing up on the defense. And the goalie, this will be changed. I don't know why he has all X factors. I'll be taking those off. But Dion Vance at goalie and Victor Vala backing him up. Two pretty solid goalies for Virginia. Let's go ahead and get the random selection here for the Beaches. Number 2, so she's going to get Jax Vane. So the final 99 overall off the board here. And this 99 will be that right winger. She needed a right wing pretty bad because their starters are 79. So that 99 wing's going to come in handy. Going to come in clutch for Virginia with elite quick release, wheels, and 1T. Absolute stud. Jax Vane is going to be on this team. Moving on. Couple teams left in the Super Draft. 6 teams to go. And it's going to be my team, which is the Vancouver Vortex. I'll go ahead and show you guys my team as well. Take a look at the Vortex here. And we have Ford Eaton at the left wing, backed up by Damon Iyer and Giles. Trent, starting center, Isaac Moore, Dean Usher, and Ace English. And then that right wing we got Reed Watkins, Edgar Evans, and Barnaby Ellis. On defense, left wing struggles for Vancouver, Benton Tate, backed up by Elwood Wheaton, and Max Evans, backed up by Kane Hart. For the goalies, we have Henry Reeves, 86 overall, and Benjamin Roy will back him up, 84 overall. So goalie-wise, pretty good for the Vancouver Vortex. And my lucky number is 15, so we're going to go with 15. And we get God mode, so the team overall will boost to a 92 offense and defense. So the overall team, like not everybody on their team will be a 92, but the team will boost to a 92. So good for my Vancouver Vortex. Solid pick. So we move on to the last couple teams here. So the 12th team on the clock is going to be the Las Vegas Invaders.
Did I get a random?
You did.
Oh, okay, what'd I get?
I texted you and you never gave me an answer.
Sorry, bro, I didn't even see it.
All right. You got Sonic Boom. So your first line's gonna get Elite Wheels.
Oh, okay.
Which is solid.
It's the one I would have picked anyway. I was picking 13, bro.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna. Alright, so
That's
let's go
hilarious.
ahead and take a look at the Invaders. And this team
Did you pick for me or did you random it?
No, I picked for you.
Oh, okay.
I knew what
Yeah,
number
so you knew what I was
I
thinking.
knew the number you were gonna go with. Take a look at
Yeah,
the
so-
Invaders here. As we got Edwin. Let me make sure it's showing it. Oh, it's not showing it. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
Cool.
It's got Edwin Iron backed up by Cole Manning and James Smith. For center, we have Alexei Volkov, Kevin Noel, and Casper Iron. And then on the right side, Bart Ingram backed up by Alex Irvin and Derek Zale. On defense, we have Arlo York, who will be backed up by Danny Ives and Anton Volpe. And then on that right defense side, we have Gabe Ivers, who will be backed up by Emmett Maldonado and Bertie Xander. For goalies, good starting goalie Nathan Volek, big 6'2" goalie, and he'll be backed up by Jasper Mikola. We'll go ahead and take... He didn't answer, so we'll go ahead and give him a random pick here. And here we go. So up is the Invaders, already a pretty solid team. And they're going to get the Iron Curtain, so 90. So their defenders will jump up to a 90 overall. So what that means is the defense, so Ivy's, Maldonado, they'll go up to a 90. It's the second line for the Invaders. That's what these mean, obviously, because you don't want to bump up the top line. So the second line will bump up to 90s and will be pretty solid for the Invaders for the season. Four teams to go. As we have the Seattle Sentinels, who are up right now. That is most likely not going to be here, Josh. He's probably sleeping.
Who is it?
Austin.
Oh, yeah, he's probably not.
Yeah. So, go ahead and take a look at the team quick. Then we'll get right into the selection. So, take a look at the Seattle Sentinels. This one, probably one of the weaker teams in the league. But we'll take a look at them. Eddie Drake on the left wing, backed up by Abel Dalton and Matt Dawson. For center, we have Elvin Sage. He'll be backed up by Adam Rett and Bentley Scott. And on that right wing, Cam Patterson, backed up by Damian Dean and Ian Lane. On the defense, two pretty solid defensemen. Axel Steele, 84 overall. He'll be backed up by 83 overall Andrew Backstrom. And then on the right defense, we have Floyd Davis. And he'll be backed up by Bard Dixon. Also on that third left defense is going to be Chuck Vance. And for goalies, two very, very good goalies for Seattle, where this team's going to shine is at goalie. And it's Eric Anderson, starting goalie, and backed up by Rain Saunders. That's a pretty good team for goalies and defense. Offense can use a little bit of work, but let's go ahead and give him a random selection. And he is going to get Sniper Elite. Top 6 forwards are going to get quick release. So, pretty good pick up for the Seattle Sentinels. And we'll go ahead and get into the next team. That is going to be the Buffalo Blackhearts, which is my wife, and she's sleeping. Alright, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the Blackhearts. Buffalo, going to be one of the strong teams this year. But we'll go and take a look at the team. Easton Blake on the left wing, backed up by Joshua Frost and Finn Barry. That starting center, we have Ellis Ross, 80 overall, backed up by 80 overall Quinn Jackson and 80 overall Baker Brooks. On that right wing, we have Mason Cooper, who will be backed up by Aaron Barrett and Callum Blair. And on defense, Hugo James on that left defense, backed up by Gideon Rice. And then on the right defense, we have Chris Todd, backed up by David Sage. And on that left wing, on the third line, we have Ash Riley. We'll take a look at the goalies. Mika Van Stone for the starting goalie, 85 overall, backed up by Tyler Weidman. And we'll go ahead and give her a number here. So just give me 1 second. I'll pick my wife's number. I'll give her a random number. I don't know what number she would pick, so. Only 3 numbers to pick from, 10, 14, or 16. And she's getting Brick Foundation. Both her goalies go up to a 90 plus overalls. So 92 overalls with no X factors. So the goalies will end up jumping up to a 92 overall. Both goalies will be 92 overall. And that's a big thing for Buffalo because Tyler Weidman, only a 79 overall, Josh. And he's going to jump all the way up to a 92 along with Mika Van Stone. So huge for Buffalo. Two teams to go. Cincinnati? Wow, that's pretty close. Nope, it's going to be Rhode Island. And he's probably working, so he's going to end up getting a random. A second, as I'm writing all this down manually by hand. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at Rhode Island, who has a pretty solid team. We'll take a look at this team here. Starting offense, could use a little bit of work, but not terrible. Kyle Ross on the left wing, backed up by 79 overall Hans Allen and Alan Baker. Starting center, Bill Zale will be backed up by Darcy King and Enoch Ashby. And on that right wing, we have 86 overall, the star of this offense, Robert Dunn. He'll be backed up by Dermott Beck and Jared Ingram. Also, Clint Drew will be on that fourth line. Defense, take a look at the starter in defense, and we're on that first line. Left defenseman Cedric Knox, backed up by Noel Lewis, who will also play the third line. And then we have Aiden Eaton, backed up by Baxter Kelly and Egbert Kane. And the starting goalies for this team is going to be Harbor Finn, 87 overall, backed up by another 80 overall, exactly 80 overall, Martin Bay. We'll go ahead and give him a random selection here. As there are only 2 numbers left, 14 and 16, and he's getting number... It's taking a minute. All right, 16, rebound effect. So this is a big one. What this means is for the season, every single game he plays, he'll get his player at random, a random player for Rhode Island, will boost up 5 overalls for a loss, 2 overalls for an overtime loss, and 1 overall for a win throughout the entire season. So what that essentially means is if this team just goes on a complete losing streak, eventually the players are going to be bumped up so good that the potential next season they're going to be right in it, or they have a chance to make a late run because the overalls get better, players get better. And then we have one more team, and it's going to be the Cincinnati Cheetahs. So let's take a look at the Cheetahs, and then we'll go ahead and give them that last spot. So take a look at the Cincinnati Cheetahs. Final team in the ESHL. And we'll left wing, Jacob Reed, 82 overall, backed up by 80 overall, Reese Adkins and Burt Ward. And then we have Daniel Hart, backed up by Denny York and Greg Wells. And on that right wing, Claude Ashby, backed up by Ken Moss, Casey Holt, who will also play the fourth line. And then on defense, we have 82 overall, Aiden Hayes, backed up by Emil Ward, back also playing the third line. And then we have Edric Emerson, 83 overall right defenseman, backed up by Albie Wells, and Barry Harris on that third line. For goalie, we have 86 overall, stout, pretty good goalie, 6'2", Robert Rask, and Cecil Ward. We'll go ahead and give him the final selection here. And he is going to get Twin Sentinels. Both his goalies are going to get gold post-to-post, All-Star Recharge, and Elite Sponge. So Robert Rask, already an 86 overall, is going to end up getting some boosts with these X Factors. Making him a very hard team to score on this year. There you have it, guys. That is the 2026 ESHL Super Draft. There you have it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be live with the first games later on today, probably closer to about 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock. We'll see how long it takes me to get everything adjusted here. But we'll see you guys then for the first game in the ESHL.